Oh my gosh. Landon and Carson, both girls. Do you see the millennial with the side part? Millennials always have side parts because they're never the main character. I'm getting kind of hungry. You guys thinking Takis or Tide Pods? I'm so mad, dude. I got caught with a fake ID. I was trying to underage vote. I can't wait for the next election. I'm gonna get so pissed.
I stay at the park, son. You enjoying it?
Yeah, I mean, the lighting is elite, so it's whatever, but...
What are you talking about? What's that?
CEO of Boomers right here. Do you guys want to grab a smoothie and go watch someone else play video games? I'm simping for a girl, and it's Mother Nature. We gotta protect her. But honestly, I gotta go because I'm allergic to like everything. Peanuts, tree nuts, sky nuts, D's nuts. Thanks for watching. Sorry.
You know what? The whole TikTok thing reminds me that one night as I sat in my car waiting for my to-go crawfish order from Hot and Juicy Crawfish, I watched two girls trying to record a TikTok over and over and over again. I got home, I ate about a half a pound of crawfish before I realized I had just sucked out a bunch of tiny orange babies from one of them.
Yeah, come on!
I don't know what happened to the TikTok girls. They were as pointless to the story as a mask is on a soy boy. There are two kinds of men, Will Smith and Jonathan Isaac. Comedian, actress, and podcast star Heather McDonald had the perfect slam dunk comment on one of Chrissy Teigen's latest posts. ABC has selected their permanent replacement host for Chris Harrison, and guess what day it is? Pop Culture Rewind. I'm Alex Clark, and this is POPlitics. It's not that I don't like Will Smith as a person. I think he seems fun and is a great actor. Seems nice, I don't know. But his value system is all sorts of topsy-turvy hot garbaggio.
Mind your business, that's all. Mind your business.
He just did a new interview with GQ, which got very political. Side note, is it just me or is he looking a lot older?
Hey, old guys.
Will praised the Black Lives Matter movement and said it's perfect marketing because no one can argue with that statement, while the Defund the Police movement is terrible marketing, even though he agrees with the idea.
I can understand you feeling some kind of way about that.
There's room to argue. He said, defund the police doesn't get it done, no matter how good the ideas are. I'm not saying we shouldn't defund the police. I'm saying just don't say that, because then people who would help you won't. I would love if we would just say defund the bad police. Wow, that's big brain, Willie, but not as big as your ears.
That's very funny to me. Y'all ain't laughing though.
Will also said that critical race theory should just be called truth theory. Who's gonna tell him this is one big fat oxymoron?
I just keep hearing things.
On the opposite side of the celebrity spectrum, we have the 23-year-old Orlando Magic player, Jonathan Isaac, beautifully shutting down haters who see the unjuiced as less than. A reporter asked him why he's not getting the juice, and he kept it real. I've usually been pretty good about beeping out trigger words from the IG police, but I think this is worth the sticker warning we'll probably get on this episode.
I understand that the vaccine would help if you catch COVID, and you'll be able to have less symptoms from contracting it. But with me having COVID in the past and having antibodies with my current age group and physical fitness level, it's not necessarily a fear of mine. Taking the vaccine, like I said, it would decrease my chances of having a severe reaction, but it does open me up to the, albeit rare chance, but the possibility of having an adverse reaction to the vaccine itself. I don't believe that being unvaccinated means infected, or being vaccinated means uninfected. You can still catch COVID with or without having the vaccine.
That was so perfectly said. I got a little emotional. How about you? Not all heroes wear capes, some wear custom Jordans, and not all athletes are woke. We stan a class act guy on and off the court. Juicy Scoop with Heather McDonald has been one of my frequently listened to podcasts for probably about 4 years now. I'm in the Facebook group for her show, and she's not only hysterical because she's a comedian who's currently on tour, but also because she literally gets the juicy scoop.
Juicy.
And celebrity gossip from insiders in entertainment, and then talks about all of it in a way no one else does. She also has super juicy guests on her show. 10 out of 10 recommend her.
Oh, hello. Hello, I didn't see you there. I was just practicing.
Well, Heather herself is actually the subject of tabloids this week because she called out Chrissy Teigen on Chrissy's own Instagram post. Chrissy posted this picture of her, and here's the caption she wrote. Let me read it. Chrissy Teigen said, "I really think you guys are too conditioned to seeing perfect photos all day because so many of my comments on any given photo are, why would she post this? Or I love you, girl, but this is not flattering." To which I say, who cares? A lot of the time, makeup artists and hairstylists will ask if photos are good enough to post, and my reply is always the same. I honestly don't care. Post whatever. I don't know. I just don't care about curating my Instagram to be perfection. I'm a mess. I'm chaotic. And this shall always reflect that. Thank you. Love, a Sagittarius. So Heather writes on this photo, these humble brags of, this is an unfiltered picture, so say whatever mean thing you want so people will actually write nice things since I still actually look great, is so 3 years ago, Chrissy. You know what was curated? Your Twitter. You know what Heather's comment reminds me of?
I'm supposed to feel sorry for that bitch. I don't.
Of course, Heather is very famous too, so everyone sees her comment and it becomes a thing. And no surprise at all to me, Chrissy pivots all her social media to be about the son she and John lost a year ago. And celebrity leftists never stay on topic, I swear. So Chrissy posts a very raw photo of her crying in the hospital bed, grieving the loss, and then says on her Instagram story that people can F off because she's sad about her dead son. For the record, I have always maintained that no one deserves to lose a child, even someone I can't stand like Chrissy. But I also have to be honest and say that it does seem like she used that as a pivot to shift attention away from the scathing receipt from Heather. Now, I don't think Heather knew it was the anniversary of her baby who passed away because Chrissy's post didn't say anything about that, the first post. She only posted about that after Heather said what she said. Heather was totally justified, in my opinion, in commenting on the post in question. Obviously, it'd be different if she would have said that on the photo of her in the hospital, but she didn't, and therefore, I am still Team Heather.
Over and out. Slam that shut, Cage.
Now, here's an update for you. So all the tabloids are reporting that Chrissy told off Heather, saying Chrissy Teigen told Heather McDonald to F off. TMZ posted this. So Heather posted a screenshot. It's this terrible photo of Heather that they took of her mid-sentence sometime talking to her outside. Heather wrote, "Thanks TMZ for posting such a great photo of me mid-sentence that one time you stopped me outside of Craig's LA." When Chrissy posted the flattering photo of herself in glam and a nipped-in waist, claiming it was in fact unflattering, I merely was pointing out that many of us now see the humble brag attempt and call BS. Now, since she considers herself a comedian and was literally a judge on TV of comedy, I was praying that she'd come up with some new material for her social media. I do not hate anyone. Maybe today, Chrissy can squeeze the outside of her thigh and highlight a cellulite dimple so the world can again remember how real she is. And highlight a cellulite dimple so the world can again remember how real she is. It was announced that Jesse Palmer is the new permanent host of the Bachelor franchise, replacing Chris Harrison. Jesse was the Bachelor himself back in 2004 on season 5 and now does sports broadcasting or something after playing in the NFL. I personally stopped watching Bachelor shows because they're terrible now, but the biggest observation I would like to make is that ABC wants you to believe they're the most progressive network, right? Which is exactly why they fired the GOAT Chris Harrison. And now you're telling me that after all this time, they've replaced him with a white cis male who plays sports? The hypocrisy, the horror. I'm so bored by them.
I love a good roast!
Let's see what happened this week in pop culture history, shall we? It's time for the Pop Culture Rewind. In 1969, this week, the Brady Bunch debuted on ABC.
Marsha.
This week in 1971, Walt Disney World opened near Orlando, Florida.
Mickey and his friends make a point of meeting as many children and mums and dads as possible.
Fun fact, about 24 current workers at Disney World in Orlando remain from the original opening. They've been open for 50 years, and Mickey still has no gray hair. You know he's gotta be dying. In 1985, the first 7 cyanide-laced Tylenol victims died. This event is what made manufacturers begin using tamper-proof packaging.
Mary Reiner's Tylenol had been inexplicably spiked with poison.
3 people are dead, and another is in critical condition tonight.
One of the victims took the pills he bought to his home.
His brother and sister-in-law were so upset by his death that they went back to the house and took some Tylenol from the same bottle.
Then this week in 1996, the Nintendo 64 video game system debuted in America. It came out in Japan a few months earlier. 2001 Yu-Gi-Oh! Premiered on Kids WB. I despised this show, can't stand any anime, but it is a pop culture staple, so.
You've activated my trap card!
Then in 2006, a show I do like, actually love, I've rewatched it multiple times, Dexter premiered on Showtime.
Surprise, motherfucker!
And that's what happened this week in pop culture history. It is spoopy season! Get your Big Gov is Spoopy sweatshirt now at shopkeepusa.com. This is limited edition, Halloween only merch. It will not be restocked. Fits true to size, baby. In keeping with the sweet, sweet cinnamon roll news, tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific and midnight Eastern, the 3rd episode of The Spillover will be out. This may be the episode that I have been most excited for you to hear. What do you guys think? Is this your favorite so far?
It's definitely emotional.
It's emotional. It's gonna be one that you are absolutely blown away by. Look for the announcement of who the guest is and what the topic will be about at 9 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Pacific tonight on POPlitics Instagram. Subscribe and follow The Spillover on Apple Podcasts or Spotify so you don't miss it. The audio version of POPlitics now has its own account on Apple and Spotify, so if you're wondering where those episodes are, you need to find that and resubscribe. And it really helps us out when you hit the heart on this episode before you leave. Please do that. Don't forget to tell me in the comments if you're Team Heather or Team Chrissy. Also, what do you think about Will Smith and Jonathan Isaac's very different quotes this week? Do me a favor, DM this episode to 2 friends and tap the save button. I'll see you here tomorrow on Instagram at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. It's pop culture without the propaganda every single day. I'm Alex Clark, and this is POPlitics. Support POPlitics, the first ever conservative pop culture daily show, by subscribing to our channel, turning on notifications, and of course, hitting the thumbs up. Also, our main home is on Instagram. Seriously, just trust me, that's where the real magic happens. Follow us there at POPlitics.